The formal recognition by the three countries comes ahead of the UN General Assembly meeting this week in New York City. And while the countries have been allies of Israel for several decades, they say it's a move made in an attempt to pressure Israel as the war in Gaza continues. Here at home, Palestinian Canadians and Israeli Canadians are weighing in.
About 50,000 Canadians of Palestinian origin, and I think they're overjoyed by having Canada recognize Palestine. However, the problem is that there is very little left to build up an independent Palestinian state.
On Sunday, the National Council of Canadian Muslims released this statement praising Canada's announcement of recognition, saying we know much more has to be done and our hearts break as the genocide continues. But today is an important historical day. However, some Palestinian groups say the announcement comes too late and without further measures as Palestinians continue to suffer in Gaza.
What we've been calling for consistently has been a two-way arms embargo, right? And diplomatic and economic sanctions against Israel. So instead of, the UK, Canada, and all these other countries, fulfilling those obligations to a two-way arms embargo, what they've done is recognize a Palestinian state.
And in Toronto's Jewish community, the Prime Minister's announcement comes as a somber move, with several hostages still in Hamas captivity.
I think it raises an important question of what today's announcement of recognition will do to bring those hostages home, to bring this conflict to a conclusion, and to get us to the future vision that we all share, where Hamas is removed from Gaza, the hostages are able to come home, and we can start focusing on building peace.
The Friends of Simon Wiesenthal Center also releasing a statement today saying Ottawa's move puts misguided faith in a Palestinian authority that under Mahmoud Abbas has long been marked by corruption, repression, and support for and glorification of terrorism, and has yet to carry out the reforms requested by the West for years. So too, it undermines efforts to address the dictatorial rule of Hamas in Gaza. Jason Kimmelman was 14 when he lost his own sister Marnie at the hands of Hamas while on a trip to Israel.
One person died that day. It was my sister. Hamas planted a bomb under her beach chair. She was eating ice cream with her friends, and she was killed.
His family dedicated to keeping Marnie's memory alive. He says the announcement by Canada is hard for Jewish families impacted by Hamas.
Every single person I know in Israel, to a T, there's not one exception, okay? They just want to live in peace. That's it. They just want to not have to go to bomb shelters consistently. And this is way before October 7th.
So at this week's United Nations General Assembly meeting, several countries, including France, are expected to follow suit with Canada in recognizing a Palestinian state. Now, in terms of what that will look like, well, it's still unknown. For City News in Toronto, I'm Alessandra Carnero.